Hello everyone, good morning. Let me introduce myself. And my name is Triaprila Banjarnahor, NPM 1901010037 from the group PG1. Okay, here I will tell example narrative text about the king and his daughters. In a kingdom far, far away lived a king and his three daughters. The king loved them very much, for they were good and beautiful girls. But one day he decided to test how much they loved him. The king gathers his daughters around him and asks each of them, saying, Question, how much do you love me? Oh, father, said the eldest daughters, I love you as much as all the diamonds and all the rubies in the world and more. This excellent said of the king replied, Dear father, said the second daughters, I love you as much as all the gold and silver in the world and more. Wonderful, said her father and smiled. Then it was the youngest daughters there. My father and king, I love you as much as all the salt in the world and more. The king was very surprised at her answer. What do you say? I think much, Saul replied, younger daughters. How dare you, your sister, love as much diamonds and gold, and you love me as little as salt, said the king angrily. Leave the kingdom right now and never come back. The little princess hid herself in the woods, but the sun got very tired. She said one look and started to cry when a princess who was passing by on his side heard as soon as he saved the pretty princess, the young prince fell in love with her. The prince took her to his castle and soon asked her to marry him. The young princess told him that she would only marry him father. The king came to the wedding. Sadly, my father is angry with me and has told me never to turn to his kingdom, she explained. Don't worry, my darling, I will send him an inviting to our wedding, and when he arrives, he will teach him a lesson, said the prince, and immediately sent a wedding inviting to the king. But the clever prince didn't write that he was marrying the king's youngest daughter. So, when the wedding came, the king arrived. We sat at the banqueting table in the place of honor next to the prince. This meat has no salt in it, I can't eat it. At once a person wearing a veil brought him salt and said, Here you are, my king. I hope that the meal will taste better now. The king indeed recalmed her voice. The salt beer lived here Phil, and the king saw his youngest daughter. He understood that as he would, the prince and princess wanted to teach him, ashamed of what he had done. King begged his daughter forgive him. The princess cried out in joy, "Oh, my father, I forgive you and I love you with all my heart." They hugged each other and the king, the prince and princess lived happily ever after. Okay, my friends, goodbye and see you next time to video.